Okay, I'm going to try to make a sensible video, but it's only an intro. This is just an intro. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in my next video. And the reason being is, if I tell you all this stuff here and get the basics out, then for the next video, I'll just do a close-up of the left hand so that you can see clearly, or somewhat clearly, what I'm trying to tell you about the five-finger system for the Stradella bass. See, this old phone I have doesn't have a pause button, so I can't pause or edit the video in any way, shape, or form. So I'll do this little talk here, and then I'll, in the next video, I'll start showing what I'm talking about. So, the other part of the disclaimer is I'm not an accordion player. I'm not a performer, and I'm just like a theory guy. I'm into chords and theory, and I do write songs. I have, zillions of songs I wrote. Some of them are very nice, actually, but I'm not a performer. I just like to write, think, edit, stuff like that. Dig into what's going on inside the music. And that's actually how I came upon my three systems. I wrote this book. It's a theory book. It's perspectives and ideas on existing things. Don't run out and buy it. I give them away. The point is, I like to look at things differently and see if there's something that anybody missed. That was the impetus for the book. And for the accordion, I went and I looked all over the internet as far as I could look, and I don't see anybody using the five-finger system for the 120 bass Stradella. I don't see it anywhere. The other thing is, I'm pretty sure this system was devised or it was introduced for sure by my accordion teacher. When I was a child, I took maybe 3 to 4 years of lessons from Mr. Clarence Edgar Roberts. And he was actually a jazz clarinetist, and he showed this to me. And he tried to show it to other famous people. He knew a lot of famous musicians all over the place. He introduced me to Charlie Mignante. He introduced me to Art Van Dam. These are tremendous accordion players who are no longer with us, but back then they were great stuff. So he introduced this to some of his students and to other professionals, and yet today I don't see anybody doing it anywhere. So what I'll do is use a sample song. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do the close-up thing now. I'm just going to show you what it's all about. It's like an overview. I'm going to play this song. This is called Moonlight Becomes You. It's my favorite song of all time, and I chose it because I can show you how I use all five fingers in the bass. And then in the next video, which will be more detailed, I'll show you close-up. It'll be just a close-up. So for this one, I want you to just watch if you can, if you have time. And I'll play the song, and I'll be using, during the course of the song, I'll be using my thumb 14 times, and I'll be using my pinky 20 times. Now, ordinarily when somebody plays, like if you watch guys on YouTube, people who really know how to play, you'll watch their left hand and you'll see different things. I think the guy's name is Eddie Montero. His left hand is phenomenal. He's just awesome. Eddie Montero, I think his name is, the Italian guy. And he does wonderful things, but I still don't see him using his thumb, and I kind of don't see him using the pinky much. So I'll play this song, Moonlight Becomes You, and just show you that I'm using my pinky and my thumb, and then we'll pretty much wrap it up for there, and then you'll have to wait for the close-up video. See, my goal is to live one more day. That's why I'm doing this in a hurry, because if I can live one more day till tomorrow, then I'll have lived longer than both my grandfathers, the German one and the Italian one. The Italian one was 57 and the German one was 63. So if I live one more day, then I'll beat the record. So I got to hurry up and make all these videos before I die, because I do want to share this and get her done. So let me play this song. Try not to make boo-boos. And see if you can see the thumb and pinky in action. Okay, enough jibber-jabber. Okay, that really sucked. I made boo-boos, but the whole point is the left hand. I'll just quickly run through the chords one more time, just the chords, and to show you how I use the thumb and pinky, and I kind of stay in one general area, and I don't have to jump all over God's creation trying to hit chords. And jumping and hoping you hit the right chord is hideous. So I stay in pretty much one area, try to keep it simple, and here we go, just the chords for this song, Moonlight Becomes You. Well, let me use the different register. Chorus. Sloppy, but like I said, I'm not a performer. I can't play this in front of people to save my life. Not only that, I don't know if I mentioned, it hurts my back big time, and it hurts 2 of my 3 hernia repairs, so it's just a mess. But I want to get this out, and I want to move on to the next video, which will just be a close-up, and I'll show you how it works, and if you try it and work on it, you'll like it, and you won't go back to the old crappy way. All that jumping and you could hurt yourself like that. So basically, the system is overall easier if you work on it than the traditional way. There's no hideous jumping. You can get, for your 7th chords, they'll be fuller. In other words, I'll show you how to play them and not play. You'll play without the omission of the 5th tone. In other words, you can play chords with all the 4 tones. Like on the 7th, you'll have all the 4 tones, or diminished, you can have all the 4 tones, and you'll possibly have smoother bass lines with this way. I mean, I know you will. Anyway, so I'll move on to the next video, and it'll be that close-up, and see if you like it. See if I can do something right. Okay, that's it. So, if I live to see tomorrow and beat that record, I'll come back.